The United States has expressed concern about ongoing political violence in Egypt and criticized a so-called climate of impunity over abuses by police and security forces in the world's most populous Arab nation. At a news conference after a 4-day visit, U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for Human Rights, Democracy and Labour Michael Posner avoided direct criticism of the Muslim Brotherhood-led government of President Mohamed Morsi, but expressed concern about authoritarian backsliding.
In recent weeks, there's been an escalation of violence in different parts of the country and coming from various quarters. This violence is one manifestation of a growing polarization within the society. Looking forward, there is a need to build trust among Egyptians with differing political views and greater confidence in the institutions of their democracy.
Mr. Posner said young people's economic and political concerns should be addressed and that the government should reach out widely to other political and social forces and hold consultations about the Islamist constitution the Muslim Brotherhood pushed through in December. Mr. Posner also sounded a warning about the actions of the country's security forces in recent months.
There are credible reports that police and security forces have used excessive force. We've heard reports of cases throughout Egypt where the police have resorted to torture or other forms of cruel treatment of those in their custody. There are also reports of deaths in custody. Although some of these abuses are under investigation, successful prosecutions to date have been rare. This contributes to a climate of impunity and a lack of meaningful accountability for these actions.
Mr. Posner was asked whether human rights were better or worse in Egypt now versus under former President Hosni Mubarak, who was toppled in a popular uprising 2 years ago, a question about which Mr. Posner declined to make a comparison. Despite the ongoing political violence, Egypt continues to receive a whopping $1.3 billion each year in military aid from the United States, including a recent shipment of 20 F-16 fighter jets and 200 Abrams tanks.